Ladies and gentlemen, in almost a year, it has finally happened. It has been 346 days since the Bears won a football game. I think we were probably the longest losing streak in any sport. I saw a meme of all these sports teams that have won a trade, that have won a game since Elon Musk bought Twitter and turned it into X. And we were like the last team to not have won a game since Elon Musk acquired Twitter. Man, it's been a long time coming. Finally, we have won a football game, and what a game that was, man. I mean, a lot of up and down emotions. Obviously, that game started off really hot, 27-3, right away. And of course, as a Bears fan, you know, especially what happened last week against Denver when we were up 28-7, and we still blew that lead and lost 31-28. We just couldn't feel comfortable with the lead this time around. And sure enough, man, that game almost turned ugly real fast. They came out the second half, and Sam Howell was just driving. You can just see just a different energy shift amongst the team. The quarterback himself, Sam Howell, who, you know, props to him first off for, you know, playing his ass off, man. In the second half, he really turned it around, played a lot more fluid, a lot more just consistent throws, good throws, and the offense just sparked the second half. And they even brought it within 10. The score was 30-20 at some point. I was actually at the bar with my dad, and man, like, you could just feel like people were worried. And it sucks as a Bears fan that even with a lead, like a 27-3 lead, you still can't feel comfortable. You know, if it was the other way around and we were losing 3-27, most of us would have just turned off the game already and just said, "That's it. There's no chance." But man, it just feels so good to finally have a W. To finally win a game, man. We literally have not won a game. I believe the last time we won was week 6 against the Patriots. I want to say of last year, week 6 or week 7. Not too sure. I know it was against the Patriots, but I'm not sure when that was. It was at some point, man. October 24th of 2022 was the last time that we won a game. And man, first off, I'm gonna make a separate video on this, another like tribute video for Dick Butkus, man. Bears legend. A lot of you Bears fans, a lot of, you know, longtime Bears fans, or honestly, even any NFL fans in general, you know who Dick Butkus is, man. A legendary Bears linebacker who played in the mid to late 60s and early 70s, and is regarded still as one of the best, if not the best, defensive player of all time, man. He's just, you know, rest in peace to him, man. I'm not sure exactly what happened. I won't get into that, but man, this one's for you, Dick Butkus, man. Hopefully you're watching up there from heaven, watching that Bears victory. And yeah, that win was for him. And as for Justin Fields, man, played like the franchise QB that we have been waiting for. This, going into the season, this is exactly what we wanted Fields to play like. And this is exactly what we thought would be like between Justin Fields and DJ Moore, who in my opinion actually was the MVP of this game. Justin Fields played amazing. Do not get me wrong. But DJ Moore, man, I mean, he was just making the DBs on the Commanders look like high school varsity teammates or teams against him in the NFL, man. It just babied them after the catch, man. I don't even know how many of those, how many receiving yards were after the catch, but he would literally take a little comeback hitch route, a little out route, and turn it into a 30-yard play, a play that's designed to get you, you know, 7, 8, 9, 10 yards. And he's able to take that 30 yards up the field. And there was one that he could even had a touchdown on, but they called him out of bounds, and in some angles it looked like it was close. You can't really tell. Nonetheless, man, DJ Moore with 230 yards receiving and 3 touchdowns. Guys, those are career highs for him. He's been in the league for 5 seasons. He's had a plethora of quarterbacks, you know, ranging from Cam Newton all the way to Sam Darnold and a bunch of other, you know, Kyle Allen, Baker Mayfield, a bunch of guys that were just not good passers. And, you know, for the first couple games of the season, it kind of felt like he was just going to continue, you know, being essentially cursed with bad QB play. And these past couple weeks, he has been getting used. Obviously, week 1 we didn't use him, but ever since we've just been feeding him the ball, you can just see Justin Fields just feels so much more comfortable with DJ Moore, and the offense flourishes when we feed him the ball. I only wish we did this week 1 against the Packers, man. We might have been able to pull out victory. But to read you some stats here from Justin Fields, he was 15-29, so obviously not the best in terms of completion percentage. It was 51.7. He had 282 yards and 4, not 1, not 2, not 3, but 4 passing touchdowns. And that is 2 consecutive games that he's passed for 4 touchdowns. And the last Bears QB to do that was Jay Cutler, I believe back in 2011. So it has been over a decade, And for Justin Fields to be compared to Jay Cutler from a passing perspective, because we know that Fields can run. And in Jay Cutler's prime, he was a very good passer for us. And for him to be putting up numbers like Jay Cutler right now as a passer is very amazing. And you can see why Poles chose to trade that #1 pick for DJ Moore and for the other picks too. But man, DJ Moore is unlocking Justin Fields, and I can just only hope and pray that this is how it's going to be for the rest of the season. I don't know about the wins, just because, you know, our head coach, you know, I'm still not sold on him yet, although I will give him his credit for calling a decent game. But man, Justin Fields just played amazing. 4 touchdowns, like I said. He only took 3 sacks against a great Commanders D-line, man. They're no slouch. Like I said in my game preview, man, Chase Young, Jonathan Allen, Deron Payne, and Montez Sweat. I mean, that is a great front 4 right there. I mean, a lot better than ours, and our offensive line, who, you know, got back Tevin Jenkins. We played good. We played really, really good. Darnell Wright, I believe he only gave up a sack, 1 sack. He played amazing, even trucked somebody on a lead block for Justin Fields. Tevin Jenkins looking like his normal dominant self. Larry Borum did okay. He didn't do absolutely amazing, but he did pretty good. The interior held up well. Cody Whitehair, man, I'm going to give him some slack here because I know he hasn't played center in a while, but he needs to work on snapping the ball. Like I said, it's been a while since he played center, so obviously I'm not going to give him too much crap here for all those high snaps he was giving Justin Fields. But, you know, he'll work on that, and I'm pretty sure he'll be fine. Nate Davis played good too. But the offensive line just looks so much better as of late, guys. And if you give Justin Fields time in the pocket and you allow Justin Fields to use his strengths and to hit DJ Moore, man, this could be a very potent offense. And not even that, just, you know, not even just a passing perspective. Khalil Herbert also, 10 of 76, or 10 rushes for 76 yards. Didn't have a touchdown this game, but he did have this really nice long run. He had one where he juked out Emmanuel Forbes, I believe, the rookie corner for the Commanders. He juked him out of his shoes. And then there was another play where he ran for like 20 yards. He got to the first down marker and just carried like 4 or 5 defenders for like an extra 10 yards, looking like prime beast mode. And then on the defensive side, guys, 5 sacks today. Man, 5 sacks for a team that literally was on pace for like 10 sacks the entire year. We got 5 sacks. I believe, so I'm looking at it right now. Ngakoue got a sack. DeMarcus Walker got a sack. Rasheem Green got a sack. That's very impressive. Greg Stroman Jr., shout out to him. A lot of people don't know who Greg Stroman Jr. is. He is, I believe, our backup nickel. He's filling in for Kyler Gordon right now. But he had an interception today, and he had a sack. Amazing. I love that from Greg Stroman. Happy to see him ball out, especially for us. And then TJ Edwards, too, even had a sack of his own. Javon Dexter, too. I was reading some stats on Twitter. He's doing amazing. Had like a 22% pass rush win rate. Had like 6 or 8 pressures. Man, those are elite numbers. He didn't have a sack in this game, but if you're able to create pressure on the quarterback at the very least, man, that is a lot. And especially for a rookie, a second-round rookie, this isn't Jalen Carter we're talking about. This is Javon Dexter. And even though he has a lot of athleticism to him, you know, a lot of people don't expect him to be as good as he is right now, and he needs more snaps. Eberflus, give him more snaps, and obviously, you know, going on to Eberflus now, I will give him his credit for this game. He called a very good game, especially on defense for the first half. I didn't like how we really couldn't adjust to Sam Howell in the second half, or at least for the third quarter. The third quarter, it seemed like they were just like balling out, and had the Commanders played like that from the beginning, they probably would have beat us. But man, for the rest of the game, for pretty much quarters 1, 2, and like 4, late 4, I would say Matt Eberflus called a really good game. Luke Getsy called a great game too. I'm not ready to say that Eberflus should stay or that Luke Getsy can stay. I'm not going to say right now they should be fired either, because I will give them the little bit of shadow of a doubt here where they can maybe turn things on for Justin Fields. Now that he has 2 games in a row where Justin Fields is passing for 4 touchdowns. Remember, 8 touchdowns in 2 games, guys, to 1 interception. If this is how Justin Fields plays for the rest of the year, fine then. I'm happy with the coaching staff. I'm happy that we're doing good. We just need to translate that into wins, guys. As for Sam Howell, I'll read you some of his stats. He was 37 of 51, obviously, since they were playing behind pretty much the entire game. They were just passing. 388 yards. A lot of those yards came in the second half when they were just behind and our defense was kind of slacking. And he had 2 touchdowns to 1 interception and got sacked, like I said, 5 times. That Commanders offensive line, man. Sam Howell has potential. I can see it in him. He has potential to be maybe not a great quarterback, to be a very serviceable quarterback, and his offensive line is doing him no favors. The offense is doing him no favors, and honestly, Ron Rivera is not doing him any favors either, man, because man, you had guys like Andrew Billings, who got a really good third and inches stop and tackled Brian Robinson for a loss. The center just got absolutely destroyed by Andrew Billings, making him look like prime Akeem Hicks for us. And man, their offensive line is terrible. And obviously he's taken a lot of sacks. I believe he is the most sacked QB in the league right now. So he's pretty much Justin Fields of last year. And as I've said before, as any Bear fan would know, you know, when your quarterback is getting sacked all the time, they're not going to be able to produce. So, you know, sad for Sam Howell. I really hope that they, you know, build an offensive line if they choose to keep him for the foreseeable future. I really hope they build an offensive line for him because he could be really good. He did have a good day numbers-wise with a 99.1 QB rating. He also added 4 rushes for 19 yards. Man, this dude, he could have been sacked 10 times if he was like anybody else, man. He turned into like prime Cam Newton. All these tackles he was breaking. There was one where he ran into the defensive tackle. I think it was like Andrew Billings or somebody. Broke out of that. Broke out of another sack. Broke out of another tackle from a linebacker. Trucked one of our DBs and almost made the first down out of it. Like, what the hell? I'm like, who is this guy, man? He's like trucking everybody on our team. Defensive line or cornerback. It didn't matter. So I can tell he has a lot of grit. I can tell that he puts in a lot of effort, and I'm rooting for him, honestly, because I like to see the underdogs win, but not against us. I'm happy with our 40-20 win against the Commanders here. We need to build off this for next week. I know this video is getting a little long, guys, and I apologize for that, but man, I'm just so happy for this Bears W, man. It's been, like I said, a year since we won a game, and like I said, I hope we just keep building off this, man. Justin Fields is showing right now that he is a franchise guy. In 2 games, obviously, it's nothing set yet. Obviously, he's played bad defenses, and I would like to see him do that against other defenses, but man, he has a real opportunity right now to switch the narrative, to show the Bears coaching staff, to show the front office that we should not trade him away. And that, in fact, if the best case scenario here, guys, is that Justin Fields does good for the rest of the season, and we get the #1 overall pick, and we trade it for a huge king ransom. Guys, if Fields proves to be the franchise guy, I mean, man, do you think Bryce Young's trade package was big? Caleb Williams is going to be even more massive. It's going to be huge. We're talking about maybe 3 to 4 first-round picks. Just that alone. I mean, I don't think the team's going to do that, but they'll probably throw in maybe 2 and plus a couple players. Man, I can't even... Obviously, right now, it's way too early to even start thinking of that, but I'm just so happy for Justin Fields, man. I'm so happy he finally got his first win in almost a year. And I'm happy for our coaching staff. I'm happy for, you know, Matt Eberflus and Luke Getsy, that they're a little safer now. I'm not sold on them yet. Obviously, they are still have done, in the most part, very bad. But I liked that they're turning it around so far. These past 2 games, they've kind of turned it around. The defense needs to step up a little bit more. I would like them to be more consistent throughout games. But other than that, I'm just gonna be happy with this W. And guys, actually, I want to read you something real quick too. As of right now, Justin Fields in 2023 is on pace for 3,886 yards passing, so almost 4,000 passing yards. Which, you know, take away the Chiefs game, and if you would have done just a little bit better, you probably would be on pace for 4,000 already. But let me go on. 37 passing touchdowns, guys. 37 passing touchdowns. I know it's inflated right now because of the 2 games, 8 touchdowns, but man, he is on pace for 37 passing touchdowns, 17 interceptions. Obviously, you want that number down a little lower. 649 yards rushing and 3 rushing touchdowns. That is the current number he's projected on pace for the rest of 2023. And guys, if he brings those interceptions down a little bit more, let's just say it's, you know, he has 5 interceptions right now. So let's just say he brings it down to 10 or 11 or 12 and gets 37 passing touchdowns. Let's say 40, 41, 42 total passing touchdowns and 4,000 passing yards. Absolutely, you keep him. I know Caleb Williams has a great ceiling and all, but at the end of the day, nothing's a given. We don't know for sure if Caleb Williams is going to be, you know, a franchise QB. Obviously, it looks like he is, but we don't know for sure. So as of right now, if he has his stat line, I am keeping Fields for the foreseeable future. Absolutely. We're trading that pick, and we're getting all the draft capital and drafting who we want to build around Justin Fields and continue to build on our roster, fix our O-line a little bit more, and fix the D-line and more of a defense too. So guys, there you have it, man. A Bears victory. Shout out to all the Bears fans who, you know, kind of held out hope a little bit that maybe we could get a W. Like myself, I kind of felt it, that we were maybe going to squeak away with a 27-24 victory. Obviously, that ended up being a lot more than that. A dominating win. DJ Moore, MVP of this game. Fields like 1A DJ Moore and 1B Justin Fields, man. Those two are just absolutely lighting it on fire, guys. Let me know what you guys think about this game. Are you guys happy? Do you guys think that we can maybe turn this season around? A little fun fact. The last 0-4 team to make the playoffs, and I believe there was only one in the modern era that started off 0-4 and made the playoffs, was the 91 or 92 Los Angeles Chargers, or they were probably the San Diego Chargers at the time. But that was the last time a team that was in our position made the playoffs. So I'm just saying, anything's possible. I'm not going to really, you know, bank on that happening, but something to think about, guys. Let me know what you guys think, and I'm out.
Officially turned around, guys. We are back, baby. We are fucking back. We're back. Yeah. Classic. We are back.